Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This time I made a design team piece for also Mitform and Zuri Designs. Look at these molds. These are so detailed, so beautiful. This one is the owl and these are the wings from the blossoming wings. Just gorgeous. Here I'm putting on crackle glaze from Deco Art. Just putting it on randomly, doesn't matter where it comes. But one thing you have to remember is that you keep your spatula horizontal, so flat on the surface. That gives the best and the most amazing sparkle, crackling. In the meantime, this is drying. I am putting gesso on my owl and on my wings, so it will take the color better. I made these pieces from resin. Now I'm putting some air dry clay, and you're making it soft by putting it in your hands and then push it onto the background and apply it in a thin layer. It doesn't have to be thick because we are going to make some structure in there, but it has to fit the canvas, so you have to smooth it out like it's part of there. Then I took a soft mold from Stamperia, the A5, Cosmos Deer. I searched for some impressions that I liked, and then I start pushing it into the clay. Just pushing it hard, and when you pull it off, you get a texture. It's really a great way to make a background and make it different than stencils. Look at that. I just use some parts of the stencil, from the mold that I like, and push it in where I want it to be. The Cosmos Deer had a lot of different structures, so I liked some parts of it. I didn't like the deer in this project, but the other images were very nice. I will show you up closely. Of course you have to dry the clay. And then I'm going to paint it with the chalk paint from Little Birdie, the buttermilk, just to give it a off-white color. I do it with a sponge because then you don't get stripes in your background. Also drying this. And on purpose I left some pieces out, because you get a different kind of structure and paint color. This is the result of the crackle. But I thought it wasn't enough. I wanted more. You can never have too much crackle. So I took some powertex, universal medium, and I put it on there. And then you have something from powertex called bister. And when you spray it on, you immediately start drying. And you can see the cracks coming into the paint. Can you see it? It's a great way to have beautiful cracks, and you can dry it, because you have to dry it. Because if you're not drying it with the heat gun, it's not going to crack. This one is the yellow color I used. It's not blister, but bister. I liked it very much, but it was a little bit too much yellow for me. And you can remove the bister with a baby wipe. You can even remove it the next day when everything is dry. But I like the color like that, so I leave it that way. This is my chipboard backgrounds from different companies. And I'm making my composition with the owl and the blossoming wings, without the bird. making my composition with different chipboards from different companies, from Creative Embellishments, Creatine Hobby in Holland, Snip Art, so everything I could find. And gluing them on the background. This one I cut in two, so I had one on this side and one on the other side. And if something's broken, it's not a problem, because you're going to make layers, so it won't be visible. I glued it with the Pentel 3-day glue. It's easy because it has a small tube, you can apply it very easy. And it dries really, really fast. To glue the wings from the blossoming wings and the owl, I use the soft gloss heavy body gel from Stamperia, because it needs to have more body, so you will be sure that it will stick there. And that is what it does, it will stick there. Removing the excess with the wet brush. And gluing the other parts. And also the owl. You can dry in between, you can dry later, doesn't matter that much. I'm sorry I'm off camera here, but I had to pick the last bit of glue I had left in my pot. So, well, okay, this is what I like, and this is a Snip Art chipboard from Wandering Ivy. And then I'm going to make my composition with the Mitform Castings, like the word art. That is the charm, the corner upper 8, the corner upper 6, a half gear, the gears from 4 centimeters, assembly 2 and the side corners. Just looking where I like them, where I want to glue them later on. Because first I'm going to paint, but then I made a big mistake. But I'm telling you about it in a second. I like the crown on the head of the owl. Nope, didn't like that one. This is what I want to have on the end. So I'm putting them off. And then I was starting to paint. But then, error. My God, really. Last time my memory card was full. This time my battery was empty. So I will let you see what I did. This is also a clock from Stamperia. I put some American toffee on it. It's white off acrylic paint. And then I put some Cadence Distress Paste ground espresso on it. That's what I did on my canvas too. When you put it there, you can wipe it off again with a baby wipe. And you can take off all the color you like. And it will leave you with a distressed background, with an old background. I hope by showing you this, you understand what I did on the canvas. I'm so sorry I did it again. I have one more chance and I'm never doing it again. You see, I did it there. The only difference is at this canvas I painted the owl and the embellishments with the Americano burnt sienna and then the toffee. And when you start cleaning it off with a baby wipe, it depends on how hard you are wiping, then you get some multiple colors in there. So that's why you can see the white from the toffee and the burnt sienna. It's the heavy gesso from Finnabair, and I thought I'm going to dry brush it. But I left too much gesso on my brush, so it became too white for my opinion. I kept on brushing because I liked it on the other parts. But in my opinion it was too white, so I dried it. And then I'm going to brighten it up with the waxes from Finnabair, the Bronze Age and the Age Brass. And just give it more highlights and bringing the owl back to life. The Age Brass was very dark and it didn't leave the amount of color that I like, so I took the Bronze Age, or the other way around. This is more like a golden wax and I like that very much. Afterwards I put a layer of Finnabair wax red amber on the owl just to give it a more orange look, but you will see that in the pictures. I hope you liked it and maybe you got to learn something from my techniques, and if you like it, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I will be very happy with that and hope to see you next time. Have a great week. Bye bye.